Checking in on your weather over the next week, there will be a lot going on. We do have the chance for some showers, especially tonight as the system to our southwest in the Gulf will kind of skirt along the Gulf of Mexico. We have a front that'll be dropping southward as well. It's keeping us cloudy. It's keeping us cool. It is dry right now, but there are some light showers just happening offshore south of Grand Isle. The rest of the area is dry, but you may get a couple sprinkles this afternoon, but really not much. But it will stay fairly cloudy and gloomy the rest of today. 58 degrees right now across the metro area. Winds moving in from the east-northeast around 10 miles per hour or so. And then 50s across the board, mid and upper 50s. So it's cool. It's a little chilly, not bad. We do have extremely cold weather on the way going into next week. The rest of today, we do stay in the 50s. Some of us get to about 60. We'll have some scattered showers around tonight. So if you are driving home tonight or from work, don't be surprised if you get some rain. Also, if you will be out and about doing some shopping or, running errands this evening, we'll have some rain moving in. Mostly light showers. We could get a couple little soaking showers, especially late tonight. This is around 9 o'clock tonight, and that'll continue about midnight, 1 a.m. or so, but it will wind down before the sun comes up. So winding down overnight. Will be dry tomorrow with sunshine. Thursday looks like a really wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine throughout the course of tomorrow. Temperatures back in the 60s tomorrow, just about 60 for Thursday, 65 on Friday, and then we're in the 70s on Saturday, and then we see an extremely cold air mass come our way starting Sunday, but then really next week, Monday and Tuesday, is when it gets absolutely frigid outside. But then, of course, we have to be on a roller coaster. Before we get frigid, we warm up Friday and Saturday, getting to about 70 degrees on Saturday. And we'll also have some rain coming in. So some moisture will return out ahead of that very strong front. As we warm up, plan for some rain. Some showers start to move in late Friday. So Friday we'll see increase in clouds. A nice day Friday, but the rain really comes in Saturday morning. We'll see some soaking rain early Saturday. And then that front starts to push in by Saturday night. And then the winds pick up and the temperatures drop going into Sunday. Sunday is going to be cold and windy. It's like the beginning of the story because it just gets even colder because a really deep Arctic air mass will be surging down across Canada into the United States. So we get that first front coming in late Saturday night. It's cold and windy on Sunday, but then the Arctic air keeps on spilling down across the United States. I mean, temperatures are going to be well into the negative numbers for the northern plains and the Midwest. That is extreme cold for them. Single digits and teens for parts of the center of the country, so parts of the Midwest, even down into the mid-Mississippi Valley will be in the single digits, in the Ohio Valley as well. The deep south will be in the 20s and 30s in the daytime hours, so it will be bitter cold for many days going into next week. So yes, we've been talking about it's going to be a weather impact because we know it will be frigid starting Monday. We'll see a freeze likely both sides of the lake, hard freeze pipe concern for the North Shore and South Mississippi north of the lake in the morning hours. We'll have several hours where we'll be below freezing north and west of the lake. The South Shore, it looks like we will have freeze, a light freeze now, temperatures, about 30 degrees. But if the air gets, pretty cold and those numbers change, we could potentially see a hard freeze south of the lake. But planning for a hard freeze at least north of the lake going into next week. And again, watching for the potential for maybe a winter storm, maybe a wintry mix, maybe some ice for us next Tuesday. That'd be January 21st. It really has to line up just right. The cold air has to be in place. The storm system has to develop just right and just nearby. But really at this point, still the big global models, the GFS and the Euro, are giving us some form of wintry weather across the Gulf Coast next Tuesday. Of course, this can still change. It may not line up just right, but so far we want to put it on your radar. We may get some form of snow mixing with rain, maybe some sleet and some freezing rain, which means ice. So we could see some ice and travel impacts on Tuesday. Make sure you stay tuned because, of course, this can still change. Here's that 7-day forecast, though. We warm up later in the week. Some rain tonight, rain again Saturday, and then an extremely cold and windy next week. Afternoon temperatures in the 30s and 40s only. Frigid nights and mornings, 20s on the North Shore and about 30 degrees on the South Shore for multiple mornings.